What's up?
Hello, guys.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Unholy Trinity podcast with the Unholy Trinity.
Yes, that is us.
Yeah, that is us.
That is us.
Us.
Let's do some introduction today.
Shall we? What's up, bro?
Hello.
Hello.
Omae wa namae wa Deo desu. Or Zephyros. What? Full form. Yes, true. Anyway, my name is Zephyros Deo. I'm here in the studio. Back at it again.
Bedroom.
The bedroom studio.
Speaking of poor form, hi, I am SCL, Mr. Sunny.
For real. And I am
Best
Jack,
form.
aka the man in the brown hat.
Yes. Shout out to that
Shout
guy.
out to that one guy who commented on the last video that
Time.
I had the point.
Yes.
Even though it was for the Avatar video, which I'm pretty sure I said, oh yeah, you know, HDR, the black is just really black.
Good point.
So yeah, thank you.
We take the wins. We appreciate
Mm-hmm.
the man with the brown hat.
Anyway, we have another delightful show for y'all where we'll be talking about a bunch of things. We actually have quite a lot of news this week, particularly on the
Quite a lot.
Netflix side of things. And we'll be covering, in our big review sections, we're covering The Last of Us Episode 1, as well as Babylon, the so far most polarizing movie of the year. So,
Babylon.
is it good? Is it bad? We'll discuss it.
Yes.
So yeah, on that note, we'll start off talking about some movies.
Yeah.
And the movies that were watched this week, I watched Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Whoa.
If you remember, I covered Avengers last week. I watched Age of Ultron the following day.
Whoa.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good. I like
Was
it.
it better than Avengers?
Now, that is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say no, which is probably like not a very controversial opinion. However, on different merits than what other people think. I really like the second one, but the first one is kind of cheesy, and I dig that vibe.
Mm.
I'm all about that
Mm.
classic Captain America suit that he wears, you know, with all that bright blue and shit. I love it.
Did it get darker along the years?
Yeah, it does get darker. Actually,
Yes,
the first movie has like really like harsh TV lighting, right?
yeah.
And then the second one just has a grey filter over the entire thing.
Because it was World War II, wasn't it? That's the
No,
first
it was
one.
Age of Ultron.
I thought you meant the Captain America movie.
No, I'm talking about the Avengers movie.
Right.
Because the
Yes.
same. Yeah,
Ultron very bad, so they do grey.
Ultron is a bad
Evil,
dude.
evil robot.
Bad
Evil
boy.
robot.
Bad boy.
I also watched Antman and the Wasp.
Oh, yeah. In anticipation for the new movie.
More because I wanted to watch Endgame, but yeah, sure.
Mhm.
We'll say anticipation of the new one. I really hope the new one is good.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks. I don't like the way MODOK looks, but like, I hope the movie is good. I like Kang, and I want Kang to do well. Like, yeah. My thoughts on Antman and the Wasp. I think it's pretty good. The story kind of sucks though. Like, the villain's kind of awful, and I don't know how much I buy the like. It doesn't really make that much sense to me. That all right. So Scott Lang has suit, right? And
Okay.
he goes to Germany to go fight with Captain America in the Civil War.
Okay.
And then they're like, oh, Scott, you're under arrest, right? That makes sense. But like, why did they go after Hank Pym and Hope? Because they built the suit. But like, that was back before the Accord. But they're like, oh, that makes them accomplices, even though Scott stole the suit and went away. That's why Hank and Hope hate him in the movie. That's like the conflict of the movie.
Lawyers.
I'm like, bruh, it's kind of dumb.
It was the CIA plot. That's
Yeah.
Mm.
But there was some good stuff in it, I guess. The
Because
jokes were pretty funny.
the CIA canon in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So why haven't they intervened?
Wakanda Forever.
Oh, yeah, true.
And Black Panther.
They only interfere with African matters. Yeah.
Well, and bloody Civil War, mate. Because Everett Ross is literally a character
was
from
that?
Civil War.
Civil
So they
War.
only.
Civil
Yeah,
War.
everyone that Black Panther's in.
Yes.
Everett Ross did,
See, it's
technically.
all about the African matters.
Damn.
What's his friend's name in Antman and the Wasp? That gives me Ronnet vibes.
Which one?
Ronet's
whose
in
friend?
Civil War.
In Antman and the Wasp.
Whose friend?
Yeah.
No. Whose friend?
Antman.
Oh, Antman.
That kind of looks like Ronnet.
Like Michael Pena's character?
Yeah.
Louise.
Louis.
Is that the dude who drives the van?
Yeah, the guy who drives the van.
Yes.
He's pretty cool. I like
Yes.
him. Yeah.
Louis.
But hey, it's a bit of fun, and the action's pretty nice when they're doing all the big shrinky stuff. But all of the fights with the villain look terrible. Poor choreography and all that. But
They're tiny.
No. With the ghost who keeps phasing.
Oh.
I don't like that. Yeah. The fights are kind of boring there, but like all of the shrinky ones look cool.
I like when you
Shrinky
said
winky.
big shrinkies.
Pinky,
shrinky
shrinky,
stuff.
winky, dinky.
The phrase of like ironic phrasing was that was a term for it.
Ironic
The-
phrasing.
No, like
No.
the redundant thing. The word. It's a word for having like a redundant sentence.
Yeah, there's
A
a
placeholder.
No, because like the things you're saying contradict each.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Hypocritical?
say, but I can't remember the term. Kind
Not
of.
hypocritical, but like saying big, small, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oxymoron.
Yeah.
It's like big, shrinky.
Big, small. Yes.
Yeah, so it's big, small.
I also
Very
watched Captain.
Humongously small.
Yeah, I watched half of Captain. Oh, I watched Captain America: Civil War as well. I forgot that movie still fucking slaps. It goes so hard. Just so fucking good. The action in that movie is like incredible. It's actually a pretty violent movie. It's like
Yeah.
It's got that grit to it. I dig that vibe. It's
Great.
yeah. I like it.
It's hard.
A lot. I watched half of
They hit
Captain
the
Marvel because it's kind of boring.
Oh,
I don't mind the stuff where she's hanging out with Nick Fury, but like she's also just kind of boring. Like I don't know,
Marvel.
and the action's not that interesting. All of the space stuff is really uninteresting, and none of the emotional moments really landed with me. It's kind of just a boring movie.
Is it because she's too OP?
I mean, yeah, there's like not really a point. She doesn't. Her struggles are all internal. You know,
Oh,
it's not like she faced any external threats. So like, yeah,
emotional. Who
Yeah.
cares about that?
Yes. I also watched a movie that wasn't a Marvel movie this week, and that was Banshees. Hold on, I have to like
Imagine not
Banshees
watching
of
Marvel.
Inisherin. For real.
Like,
Yeah, it was Colin Farrell
Oh.
and the guy who plays Mad Eye Moody. And they're like two best friends who stop talking to each other. And you kind of figure out why is this happening, because Colin Farrell's character doesn't know. Then yeah. And it's cool and it's Irish. And then it gets really
Irish.
fucked up at the end, and it's really
Sorry.
good.
I'm from Ireland.
What the fuck was that?
That was.
Is
Don't
it
tell me that was
Scotch
you
I
trying
said
to-
sorry into the microphone
You
for
literally
my
went
Irish
you
accent.
like that wasn't even that was like you just went I'm from Ireland.
Ireland. Anyway, move on.
That
Let's
is
move
a
on.
terrible no.
You're gonna talk like an Irish lad. You gotta at least play the
That's
part.
that's what Irish accent sounds like.
I
I
went
don't
Scottish.
know
Oh,
what
wait,
you were
what was I
doing.
doing?
You were just talking about a different like
I think
That's
I
not
was.
good or something, mate.
my mind goes to a Wales. And
With the
then,
Welsh.
yeah, like Welsh, because it mixed up Irish in
it
the
wasn't
head.
even Welsh, bro. That was
No, it's
just,
like
you just
an
changed
essence
octaves. I
of
swear.
Welsh in there somewhere that didn't work. So that's my
Yeah,
excuse.
that was poor form, man.
It's been a bad day. Not doing great.
But hey, that's a good movie. Check it out. And I think it will be getting Oscar buzz. So
Might have to check
forward
that
to
one out.
Yeah. And speaking of Oscar buzz, I think we got to address the big film of the week, right? With the movie Babylon.
Baby.
Babylon.
Yes.
Babylon.
This podcast
Baby's
just seems
back. Hey.
Correct.
This podcast just seems to babble on.
Oh,
No.
that was good.
I stole that one. That wasn't original. Next,
Oh, never mind. Poor form.
poor form.
All right.
What is with the poor form this
I don't
episode?
know.
Oh, happy Lunar New Year's for those who celebrate.
That's
Nothing to do
unrelated,
with
but
it.
yeah.
It's just
Sure,
popped up in my
happy,
mind.
yeah.
Distraction.
Maybe, yes. The moon is making us be in a make us fuck up. The moon's do.
Werewolves.
Yeah, werewolf thing.
Oh,
Babylon.
Babylon.
Yes.
So, what are our first impressions of the film?
Oh.
You can start us off.
Pretty cool film. Very much a reflection of Hollywood culture and how it was back in the day, how it became the Hollywood that it is today. Yeah. You know, and it's about hopes and dreams, about wins and losses, and also about the friendships you make along the way.
Yeah.
The friends you make along the way.
Sure. Yeah.
Just felt like this film just felt like it's a film.
Truly is one of the films of all time.
Yeah. It's like they're campaigning a lot for this to be like an Oscar film, but
Yeah.
it's doing very poorly critically.
Mm.
Which like this has the talent of the dude who made Whiplash and La La Land. And I believe even the soundtrack is by the same people. If it's Justin something, that does the.
It's Justin something.
And you
Not
could
Justin
definitely
Roiland.
tell with the. No. All right. But anyway, I believe it was Sarah Lynn and BoJack Horseman. He said, "That's too much, man," because this movie, bro, it was a lot. Like, there are scenes in the movie that are genuinely like really fun because this is a comedy, by the way. I didn't know it was a comedy going in, and then I looked it on Google and it's a comedy, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense because we were laughing for a lot of it. So like, okay, yeah, and I think it's pretty fun for the comedic stuff. It's also just a lot. Like they overwhelm you with imagery, sound, just a lot of stuff. Even the performances are very big. And I guess because it's like they show the excess of Hollywood in the 1920s and stuff. I like
sensory overload.
Yeah.
Which is ironic considering that the subject of the film is about the 20s in silent film.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we
I
get
think that's the point. It's like it's kind of a bit of like, well, the
Contrast.
silent films weren't as
Grand
dignified as you think they were.
Yeah.
This story's obviously been done before by Singing in the Rain, which I think did it better because I love that movie so much. That's a great film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But this is kind of like a really, really adult version of that, and they know it completely. Like they don't even bother to hide it. They make clear references to it throughout the film. It's really hard to talk about this one, especially without spoilers, but like there are, I think, a lot of good things in here. I think the soundtrack's really good. The performances are pretty good. Even a lot of the dialogue and monologues are really nice. And the cinematography is really good, and the mise en scene and stuff is quite great. Though, like, it is a lot. For example, the first minute you go in, an elephant shits on a man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Which I feel like is just like a way, itself as a visual thing where it's like, it's like, because the film kind of seems like it's dignified, but it's got a lot of that lowbrow sort of humor and imagery in there as well, which I think is like, it's like all of these components, they all work thematically, but it's not an enjoyable thing to watch. Like, I completely get what the director's going for, but I don't like. I wouldn't watch this movie again. It's also over 3 hours. It's long. It's almost as long as Avatar, but I think the pacing in this was honestly worse than Avatar.
Yeah.
And it's not just I found things boring. There were just like moments where I was seeing through stuff going, I have a feeling this isn't gonna have much of an effect on the plot, or if it does, it could be trimmed down a lot. Like, this isn't a spoiler because it's the trailer. Tobey Maguire's in this movie. I love the man, but he shouldn't have been in this movie. His entire... They go on a bit of a side quest with it that ties into the main plot. I did not give a shit. I was like, this does not... This clashes... And I'll still... Well, I don't know, sorry, a couple of things. I was just saying, like that stuff, I was like, yeah, cut that completely. Would have saved 20 minutes of the film's runtime. That would have been really nice. Didn't need that. A lot of scenes could have been short. Like, I don't need a 30-minute orgy at the start. Show me a bit of the orgy, but like, you don't need to give me that much of it. It's just a long scene, and the man loves his long takes. It's Damien Chazelle, I believe, is the director. Lots of long takes this one. I don't think the movie's necessarily boring, but it does drag. Even though, like, I feel like the movie is interesting, though. Like, you got a lot of characters, and I don't think any of the characters really fall flat, at least, like, the main three. I did like the main character the most, probably, because, I mean, he becomes kind of a dick, but, like, he also goes... Actually, I won't spoil anything. But, like...
He has a journey.
He has a journey. Margot Robbie's character... I get her. She also was just a bit too much, and I was getting a bit annoyed with her towards the end of the film.
Yeah.
Because choices are made. I'm like, okay, I get why she's making these choices. It's just like, they're really dragging this out. I know what's going to happen, and it's like, and it goes exactly the... I don't think you'll be surprised by anything except the very end of the film. That's kind of like, yeah. So the other thing that I was thinking about with the Tobey Maguire thing, I was like, the editing in this movie is kind of awful in the way that you'll have really serious moments and then they'll cut immediately to like a joke, which I completely get what the director's going for. Like, it's meant to be this disjointed mess of a experience to make you feel overwhelmed and like this chaos, right? But it makes none of the emotional moments land because there aren't any emotional moments, really. I can think of... I have a really good example of... Yeah, towards the end, mainly. I can think of examples, but they're spoilers. But, like, yeah. So it's... I feel like I overall did enjoy the movie. I would never watch it again, though. And I think people should go out and see this one.
Yeah.
Especially if you are a cinema student or you really like movies. But I can't explain why.
If you understand the funny reference.
It's a lot of behind the scenes of Hollywood, right? I think, once again, you could just watch Singing in the Rain. But it does have things to say. And I think... I want to talk more about the ending, but like the ending definitely was something that I was like, oh, this is a lot of stuff that I've seen before because I studied it. And I was like, okay, I actually like the ending of the movie, which a lot of people don't. But I was like, I get what they're going for, but we'll talk more in the spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just the first impression.
Yeah. We've talked about a lot
summary.
Can I have a minor break while I blow my nose?
You may. Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain. I haven't watched Singing in the Rain.
A good beef. It's a classic. But yeah, it's the exact same story. It's talkies. I mean, not like movies with sound, which were first musicals. That's that. And they even reference Jazz Singer, which is they also reference Sing in the Rain. And like they get the actress who has an annoying voice, which is Margot Robbie in this movie. They just do the exact same stuff
without the orgies.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
They do the parties though,
Okay.
but not to the extent of this. All right. Let's talk a bit about the acting, I guess. What do we think about the acting?
That was pretty
Good
good.
performances. Yeah.
Very exhilarating performance.
You know, the great joke that I was thinking of while watching the movie is, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but like Brad Pitt's character, let's say he's romantically volatile. Is that a good way to put it?
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And I was thinking, damn, this is just Brad Pitt going off script.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
he's a domestic violence.
Ah,
Yeah. And all like the divorce, like that. Yeah.
so real.
But I think
So
he was
funny.
actually really good at this movie. It's hard because I don't like the guy, obviously. But like
But he's cool.
good at everything he does. Like he was really good at Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Which to me, I like his performance in Bullet Train more because that's more fun. But like
Mhm.
he's good in this one. I like when he speaks Italian a little bit.
Fake Italian.
But I understood everything he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
I did,
Good
and they
Italian.
don't have subtitles in the movie for a lot of it, except for yeah, they rarely use subtitles. Sometimes they do, I think, but generally speaking, they don't. But I understood
I understood when Manny said "puta madre" a lot.
I understood that
Yes.
too. That was one of the only things I
So I
understood.
understood.
I'm the only one
yes.
that's left out.
Oh, you are very angry at this moment, Manny.
yeah,
Yes. So I didn't need subtitles.
yeah. I think Margot Robbie was really good.
Mm.
Yeah, she gives
Oh,
some
sure.
powerful speeches and stuff.
Yeah.
The character is kind of a lot though, but makes sense.
Good old Southern prima donna. The vibe.
Tobey Maguire, I think, was interesting.
Kind of funny.
Kind of funny, but totally unnecessary for the film.
I feel like if he was to be included, he should be a bigger part of the.
Honestly, just
narrative.
a different character because
Yeah.
like that character don't.
Yeah, he was just a side thing, side plot.
A side plot that completely felt a complete different tone to the rest of the movie, but we'll talk more about it. And to be honest, like my least favorite scene of the movie. But we also we had a lot of familiar faces. I just don't remember their names. But like a lot of people in the like when they're doing the movies and stuff. This was in this, the guy who played Manny, I thought was very good. Possibly one of the better characters. Oh, I liked oh fuck, what was his name? The trumpet player.
Trumpet.
What was his name? Palmer. Something Palmer, right?
Chicken Palmer.
I really liked his performance. Unfortunately, it's also one of the ones I was like, could have been cut from the movie, and it would, because I think the thematic thing that ties them all together isn't necessarily that they like know each other. It's more like they all go through Hollywood. Oh, okay, kind of spoilers. I'll get into it in spoilers, but like, I feel like because the director wants to show like the ways Hollywood exploits people, right? And I guess it's very specific in the way they choose to focus on the jazz dude in regards to like race and stuff that's different from the like white characters in the movie, or even Manny. Manny's pretty racist in the movie as well.
That's how you see
I'm pretty
how
sure
it
he
is
says
back
the
in the
N-word,
day,
but
man.
yeah,
You know, it's better days.
I don't think it was better days. I
But
think
like,
the movie.
it also shows like Manny's progression through the hierarchy.
Well, yeah,
of-
I thought that was a bit
yeah.
spoilery, so we might not talk about that right now. But like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we won't go into it too much.
I thought it was interesting, but like also one of the things that could have maybe been cut because like I don't know enough about that character specifically, whereas the other characters know a bit more about their personal lives.
Oh yeah.
But killer soundtrack.
Yes.
Anything more about performance?
Really? I think we touched on it well.
Oh, what's the Italian bits? Can you translate? Or if you
I don't
remember.
remember, but like you just said like my love a lot, right?
Yeah.
Mi amor.
Oh, I understood when Manny said
That's
I
not
love
right.
you in Spanish.
Oh yeah.
that's like Ti amo, right?
Yes.
Which is the exact same thing almost in Italian.
Yeah.
That's why I understood a lot of Spanish, because it's like a lot of the same things.
Yeah, similar words. But hey, don't say my love in Italian or your wife will,
For real, for
for
real.
real.
Yo.
All right,
Facts.
then I guess we'll talk about the writing. But like, I feel like I've kind of said enough about it that in general, but like the specific stuff we could talk more about spoilers. But like, I think there's a lot of good moments throughout. Just seeing like, even seeing the parties and stuff, it is interesting. It's
Yes.
a bit. It's go a bit too far sometimes. But
Too far and
what they're showing
extremity.
you, yeah.
Mm.
And like a lot of the stuff they show you doesn't even matter, like to the scene.
For the shock
I can
factor.
think of like a lot of it's for the shock value.
Yeah.
But I can think of like, I mean, I guess, yeah. A lot of it's just for the shock value. So like, yeah, I guess we'll talk more in spoilers, but yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, it just could have been, the script could have been tighter.
Doesn't have to be 3 hours long. I
3
also
hours
agree with
and
that
9
point.
minutes.
Yeah. Like they could have cut some of that.
Theoretically, if you
Debate.
cut everything unnecessary, how long do you see this film being? 2 hours?
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
2 hours is alright.
That's fine.
Was it bloated?
Yeah. It's one of those movies that's also like, the story kind of just keeps going, like past the point of
Yeah.
where you think it would go, because it's just like, it's really just tracking
Yeah.
their entire life, where
Mhm.
it's like, okay, it's not like telling like a specific narrative. The only thing that makes it somewhat a narrative is thematically what they're trying
Yeah.
to tell us about Hollywood and how it affects the character. That's kind of like the thematic link that makes it like more of a movie.
Hmm.
Like Harry Styles said, movie. That's it. Don't worry, darling. Yeah.
I'm in a movie. My name's Harry Styles.
Oh, when I watched Banshees,
Mm-hmm.
I was with Thomas, and
Tommy.
he was like, "Oh, do you think we were joking about would Harry Styles show up?" Then at the end of the movie, when the cinema just like starts playing music after the credits are finished,
Mm.
it immediately put Harry Styles on.
He did show up.
Yeah.
What
in a
a
way.
what a cool thing.
Stylish.
Is there any more we want to talk about with the writing?
Don't think. Talk more on that in the spoilers.
Here.
Cinematography,
Mm,
lots of sweeping,
Yeah.
quick sweeps to other things.
yes.
Lots of one takes. Damien Chazelle stuff, honestly.
Very dynamic.
Kind of digged it. It was very like frenetic. And sometimes it can be hard to see things because they like to do quick cuts as well.
Mm.
But,
Yeah.
but I think it's overall pretty good.
Artistic.
You have a lot of pretty shots this as well, but I was gonna say like editing visual wise, fucking great lighting, use of lighting, smoke and stuff is also really nice. And like the way they did like, I assume, do you think they shot stuff on film?
Oh no. Maybe.
felt
Well,
like
they have the
that.
budget.
Yeah. The budget for this wasn't that big. I think it was like 70 mil.
I think it was 80 mil. Yeah, 70 to 80 mil.
But like, yeah, I mean that's still like, I mean that's not low budget. It's
Oh, they
still
did have like
mid-
for
like-
the scenes where they're filming scenes. I think some of that is actually shot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
But I talk about those bits.
yeah.
But like the rest of the film could have been.
Because I don't see why not. Because there's not. I mean, obviously, it's easy to shoot digital, but also there's not much point shooting digital because there's like it's might be better to shoot film to be more authentic. because also I don't think there's a lot of VFX shots or anything
Mm.
that they would need.
Maybe the elephant.
Was the elephant?
I think that's
Was
not
it
a real
CG
elephant.
Shot entirely on film.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
But like the authentic scenes of shooting scenes, those are like probably on like 16 millimeter. Period accurate ones.
Yeah.
But I assume the rest of the
But which
film is on
camera
30.
did they use? Do you remember that bit?
Oh
they
yeah,
run
that's
out a good camera.
something point.
9 and
yeah.
the 8, yeah.
They did it.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Yes. And the sound. Oh, sorry. What the fuck?
Google's been listening to our conversation.
Yo,
Oh,
creepy.
God.
Yeah, what do we think of the sound?
Good.
It's very
Sounds
nice.
good.
Yeah, banger soundtrack. Great use of audio. Lovely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's just
No
jump into
complaints
spoilers then, right? All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Spoiler zone.
Spoiler zone.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. There's a lot to like. I don't think I can go through like plot point by plot point because there's too much that I just. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest. But
Yeah.
like, elephant at the start.
He's shitting.
Mm.
Then you get like massive orgy that goes for like I think a bit too long. It sets off stuff that I don't know. It's like a girl gets murdered, but I guess that's a catalyst for Margot Robbie's character to be in the movie because since she dies, they need someone else, so they get Margot.
As in like in the party.
Yeah,
Cap.
the girl who dies.
Didn't she die because the fat dude?
Yeah.
So was she not important for the party itself?
It wasn't really, but she was important for Margot Robbie's character to be in the movie, I guess.
Was she like a replacement for the
Yeah.
dead girl? I thought she just went in.
No, because
Because of
remember
Manny.
they scout her. They're like, shit,
Oh.
we need someone else. They're like, oh, he's the person dancing on the thing.
Oh, because the dead girl's also supposed to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, that makes
Also, someone gets pissed on. Lovely.
That was-
After someone else gets shitted on seen before.
See, we're here with the fecal matter.
There's a
the
lot of
shit
vomit in
in-
this movie.
Yeah.
They love their bodily fluid.
Yeah.
Next up, blood.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of gore in this
Yep.
movie. Yeah. Movie's quite gross.
You.
Bodily fluid
Okay.
central. Here we are. Let's go.
Good old Manny.
I did like the dynamic between Manny and
What's your name?
I want to say it's Nancy or something along those lines. It's like
Character
Nessie?
name?
Nessie,
Nessie.
maybe. Yeah, I like the dynamic because it was like friendship, somewhat one-sided romance, but also
Yeah.
like parasitic in a way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, Manny was trying to take advantage of her at the start. Like, oh, are you a supposed star? But I guess you're not. Then they became.
He wasn't really. He was more taking advantage of the other dude.
Oh, yeah.
The dude
that
he
also-
was like actually working for.
Yeah.
Because remember when he meets her, he's like, "Oh, I think I'm in love with you."
But that's after he.
Well, I mean, I guess yeah,
Intermingled.
maybe yeah.
Because I think at first he was like, oh, you may be a movie star, so it might be good to get to know
Yeah,
you.
yeah, true. He's cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the scene with the dead girl just went way too long. They had to smuggle her out the elephant and then blah blah blah. It's like it doesn't really matter. I get like it's somewhat important to establish that she dies so that Margot takes her place, but like that just went for too long. It's just like a lot of things that are just too long. Including like the conflict between one of the dude's employers and the fat guy or something. They have him beat down a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thing. So just the whole show of the extravagance of the party.
Yeah.
How crazy it gets.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
Crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy. Okay.
A lot of people do cocaine and then go drive immediately after.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
days, man.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Then you get so everyone somehow ends up getting to the film set really because Manny befriends Jack
Mhm.
and
And
So
Nessie just
Nessie.
she was
She
replacing
was
someone.
replaced dead girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Nessie's actually a good actress.
And they're very impressed.
Yeah.
And Jack was impressed with Manny because he's very
Because he find the
resourceful.
gun at the
yes,
end.
he's very resourceful.
Very resourceful. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I kind of enjoyed the scenes when they're on set because I was like, this is kind of fun.
Yes.
And they go because you can't really take a lot of it seriously because a lot of it they do play for just laughs. Like when Brad Pitt's character's in the tent and then like a fucking spear or something just goes through the tent and then cannons are just blowing up. Like the guy who impales himself and dies on the battlefield.
The more we
Did you
talk
see
about
that?
this film, it's just like this film isn't real. This film can't have been real. This is someone making
So
shit
many
up while
people
we're
just
talking
die
about
in the
this.
middle of set. Like the fucking dude hotboxes and dies.
Well, this just
Yeah.
shows how dangerous it was back in the day without regulations and safety
Yeah.
But also,
regulations.
this film just
I don't know
sounds
to
like
the extent of this film if that's the case and people just literally because people in this movie just actively go out of their way to not give a shit about
Yes,
safety.
it's an exaggeration
Yeah.
how it was. But I'm sure people died back in the day.
Oh no, 100%. Because we wouldn't have the regulations we have now without
People dying.
people dying. But yeah,
looking back at this film really feels like someone. What's the director's name again? Sorry,
Damien Chazelle.
Damien watched watched Singing in the Rain, went to bed, had a 30-minute long wet dream, and then all this shit proceeded to happen in Singing in the Rain.
For real.
What was in the dream?
They even have the scene
dream,
of
I guess.
Brad Pitt's character trying to be in Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to.
Which also, yeah, I just don't get this movie because it's this isn't a real story. This isn't like the making of Singing in the Rain or anything. This is a completely fictional story. But they kind of treat it like, this is the inspiration for that movie at the end. And I was kind of to be honest, that part I was like, that's really dumb. That's kind of fucking stupid. I get that that's your inspiration, but you're making it seem like a true story when it's not.
Based on real life events.
Yeah.
A true story.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of true.
And then, I think sometimes it just goes beyond paying homage and just being a bit of a copy / remake. At times, it's I think the middle portion of the movie was pretty cool. There was just a lot of Mr. Manny
better.
rising to the top,
He's on that Sigma grind.
Brad Pitt descending to the bottom.
Yeah.
I actually
That's a
liked
contrast.
Brad Pitt's arc. It's exactly like Singing in the Rain, but much darker. Obviously, literally dies at the end. I liked his arc. It was. It felt like the movie, Whereas I think Maddie's gets completely out of control. When he makes it to the top, I'm like, okay, yeah, his arc makes sense. And then they have to tie it into this big casino thing with Tobey Maguire's character. And then it fucking turns into a horror movie. Where there are jump scares, they go into the dark, and there's more orgies, and then a circus, and then Maddie eats rat.
Yeah,
And then Maddie just does a murder. Yeah. It just gets, I think, a bit too far. Maybe that stuff is really accurate or something. But I feel like that was just trying to reflect the party scene at the start to be like, the Hollywood people are also just animals. But I thought it went a bit too far. And especially with the editing, because it's you get that scene of Brad Pitt committing suicide. cuts immediately back to them running away, and it's because that little chase stuff, it's like creepy, but it's not played serious. It's kind of played seriously, but also kind of for comedy.
Yes.
Like the soundtrack at least gives it that like kind of, I don't know, fun vibe of them like running. Yeah.
Cheeky running.
You know,
Bit of a Scooby-Doo
a bit of a
chase
Scooby-Doo
around.
chase, yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, then they have to flee at the end. And then you get, I could immediately tell where this thing was going. And I was like, there's no fucking way that Margot Robbie's character is actually going to go to Mexico with him. That's bullshit. And like, obviously she doesn't.
Mexico.
But like, they really drag it out to the point of trying to convince you that she might.
Mm.
But like, she was never going to. And I think it fits with their character that she didn't.
Yeah.
Well, plays into the illusion Manny had.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I liked how Manny comes back at the end. Also, apparently, it implies that Nessie faked her death or something. I thought she just died, dude.
Well, she just kind of went off in the dark.
Yeah. And then
I thought
she
she
dies
went
off
somewhere.
screen because of the newspaper thing. But apparently it was her faking her death. I heard some people say, but I don't
Well,
remember.
she's trying to get away from death, so maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense that
Or
she
she
would
just got killed.
to me. The way I view it is she actually died because I don't think she would leave Hollywood.
But she got no career left, though.
Yeah, but like within her character, I don't think she would want to. I don't know. Yeah, I like when Maddie comes back with his family and he sits in the theater and stuff. Like, that's kind of cool. I didn't really like how they literally go, oh, singing in the rain here, watch it, and he's like, oh, I remember all this shit, where it's kind of made me cringe a little bit, you know? But I like the fact that it kind of just turns into an abstract art film at the end.
Yeah.
And that shit was insane. It shows like, and that's where it's like, I think like, I feel like everyone's going to interpret the ending differently. And I'm actually very interested to hear your interpretations of the ending. Because for me, it was like showing the way that cinema, it exploited a lot of people and stuff throughout history to lead up to where we're up to now. But it was also like captured a lot of beauty and like, and the way it affects audience, like transporting them to another world and all of that, and making them connect with the emotions, and like that's kind of what it was going for, I think, with that big montagey abstract thing. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I have a similar understanding of that. As in, like, you know how Manny earlier in the film, he was like, "I want to be part of something bigger," but like being transported somewhere else in the world. So he became part of that, and as you said, it showed the evolution of Hollywood and film, and how it did that, which included exploiting people. But at the end of the day, for Manny himself, it's not about the destination, but the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. What was your interpretation?
The ending.
I don't know. I just got here. It was like, yeah, he's gone through all this stuff, and this is sort of the payoff at the end of it. Like, what does this all led up to? I don't know.
And I like for the like two modern movies they use in the montage at the end. They were both James Cameron movies. It was Terminator 2 and Avatar, yeah.
Wow.
Where's the end
The
game,
pinnacle of cinema.
They
they would
couldn't
chuck a
license
Marvel
them.
movie in there.
James Cameron was
That's
cheap with the
not a
license.
film.
Yeah. Even though it's all Disney, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, still on Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the studio for this movie?
This is on Disney.
Oh, but the others.
I would say Avatar.
Yeah.
Is.
Damn.
I wanted to talk about the trumpet dude. Like his story is kind of like he's there in all of the shots, I guess, but like I don't really know much about him. They kind of just have a joke with him rowing with the other dude, and then he kind of just
Mhm.
like is in it as a sort of main character because of Maddie. And yeah, they exploit him for his race essentially, and then he leaves Hollywood because that's kind of I think the thematic bond is they all come
Yeah.
into Hollywood, it exploits them, and then they kind of get out of Hollywood, whether it be through death or like other choice to leave, some fleeing, you know, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Also, there's a scene where someone fights a snake.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, sorry, wait, hold on, I'll jump.
go
Hold on.
back.
Yeah, with the trumpet thing, I was saying,
Yeah.
yeah, like I get it's thematically relevant, but I just didn't care enough about the
Yeah.
character beyond like feeling bad for him and happy for him when things are going right, but then when things get taken for the worst.
It's not as explored as the other main characters, but he was treated as a main character at some point.
At some point,
And yeah, at some point.
a little bit strange.
Yes. So it's not as good as the.
But yeah, and they also fight a snake.
They did fight the snake.
In a
It was
scene
a
that,
good
like,
scene.
Was somewhat tense, but like it's kind of obvious
Oh,
it happened.
that was a bit of a thing with the father. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was why the snake.
So the father, I think it was just showing how he kind of even took advantage of his daughter to ride her fame.
Yeah. Father.
Yeah.
I like how she says, "He's my father," in a southern way.
Yeah.
What else is he gonna
Also,
do?
there's also a bit of a hint that she might have had a potential like romantic interest in what's her name? The one who sucks the snake venom out of her neck.
Oh,
Faye?
yes.
Yeah.
Lady from Eastern region. I don't know. Potentially any. Or somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Over the rainbow.
Over the rain.
Yeah, that's something that happens.
But it didn't work.
Didn't. Yeah. Also, yeah, it kind of didn't really go anywhere, but I get because Maddie had to be like, yo, don't, because we're homophobic up in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Many.
I was honestly quite confused with that character because she's in a lot of scenes and they kind of treat her as a sort of main character at times. Because you even get a bit of a backstory when she's at home.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah.
Very.
She doesn't really have an arc. Kind of does. Well, I guess she does leave Hollywood. Well, yeah, she kind of does leave Hollywood, I guess.
Went to Europe. Something.
Yeah. Very confusing.
What's a key character?
Yeah.
Anything more to talk about?
Mm.
3 hours worth of a film has exhausted us for this review of it.
Also, so tired. I also barely slept, and then I went to the movie. And I had to work for 6 hours after that.
Very good.
Then I got home, and then I haven't slept much last night.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. And I've got the tennis.
Oh my
Watching the
God.
tennis.
I went to work yesterday on like 5 hours sleep, 6:30 to 4. Didn't have a chance for a nap, and then had to go to Lunar New Year's Eve party afterwards.
Shout out to not.
All right, then I guess we'll just go straight to final verdicts.
Let's go.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Babylon. Bab Lion. Babylon. Baba Boy.
Baba Booey.
Can I get a Baba Booey?
Yeah.
Baba Booey.
Kind of fun movie. Although it was too long. And had some scenes which were extended for a while.
Just a little while.
Still a while.
Little while.
But overall, strong performances. I'd say a pretty cool story and narrative on how Hollywood became what it is. I'd recommend it if you're a fan of movie making and the likes. Give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
You know what I forgot to do?
Oh,
Was say in the editing section that I didn't like the editing of the movie. Because that was
Ah,
one of the
yes.
things that
Oh,
annoyed me the
you did
most.
say
You did
that.
a
I
bit.
said it in the impressions, but I forgot to go more in depth.
Fair enough.
All right.
But yeah. And then I talked more in spoilers today, but like, yeah, just a reminder.
Just a
Mhm.
reminder.
Because that'll, yeah.
I don't know. 7 sounds about right for this film, I think.
For me, I'm kind of like, I kind of enjoyed it while watching it. I wouldn't watch it again. Like, I don't think it's. I wouldn't say this is an average movie because this is probably. It's quite different, and I like what it does with the form of the movie.
Hmm.
It's a tricky one.
Tricky.
Like I'd say it's good, but it's just
Tricky.
way too the editing and the messiness of the story, and the fact that just like everything on screen is always just too much. I might have to put this on at like a 6. Like it's, I think it's good. Like it's definitely not average. It's just like I don't know. It's very subjective to me. It's just like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like my personal enjoyment factor. Like I would not watch this movie again.
Mm.
Yeah. I'd watch. I think about more. I kind of want to watch Avatar 2 again, mate. I'd rather
Avatar.
take up more, like Avatar 2 is longer, but I'd rather watch that one than this one.
You like the fishes more.
I think I rated Avatar more like an 8. I should have raised it a little bit higher because I liked that movie. But anyway, yeah, this is like a 6 for me. So like that's an average of 6.7,
Alright.
6.7.
which I'm pretty sure is the exact IMDb score.
Yo, real.
We are the. I don't even know where the official score says.
All right, let's talk a little bit about TV shows. D and I will give the Velma update, episode 3 and 4.
Oh, random thing first. When
Sorry.
did Birth of the Nation come out? Birth of a Nation.
30 something, right?
Yeah.
So would have that been within the timeline of Babylon?
Yeah, so like literally what I was thinking of like when he was in the night costume and stuff, that was reminding me a lot. Because that movie did like big things for those big war set pieces and stuff. Like
I just thought about like
yo,
It
what's
could have
our
been part
review
of
on the shit's KKK movie coming?
Yeah. When is it coming out? It's been in the works for a while.
Because Nelson didn't finish it.
Did he
I
not?
don't think he wants
Oh.
to finish it.
DG.
but it has a
Yeah.
good ending.
Don't think the movie did have a good ending. I'm pretty sure the entire movie was utter garbage.
That's a subjective opinion there.
I hope you think it's utter garbage.
It was fun though.
I hope you don't think it was fun.
You know, it's a lens through a different time.
Fuck.
They used lenses from a different time. Who
Yeah.
knows what kind of filming technology they use? That's what
Speaking
he's
of,
talking about. Yes.
Other garbage.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Velma, right?
Yes.
See, I didn't watch Velma this week because
Bro, I feel like you should keep watching it because it gets
I should, I
batshit
feel like.
insane. You know how we were making fun of the fact that Velma gives Daphne a little bit of a beatdown? There's a full-on Mortal Kombat style arena fight
God.
between Daphne and Velma. Daphne beats the shit out of Velma this time.
God.
Though there's like romantic tension, but like also just like so much violence.
See, maybe altercations are an essential part of romance to the writers.
It's fucking batshit insane. It's like, why would they do like a little It's just out there, man. It's insane. They literally have a fucking fight, like WWE thing with the audience stuff and commentators and shit like that.
I think they're just trying very hard to be funny, but they're not funny.
Yeah.
It's like extra hard to be like, let's make it funny.
Yeah.
Make it very
I'm
funny.
really just hoping at the end they become self-aware of the fact that they're not funny. That would just be the cherry on top.
Also, fucking Fred is still in prison. But like he's out in by the end of episode 4, I think. They're doing now a thing where everybody's mum, there's something going on with every main character's mum. You got like they're trying to find Daphne's mum.
Yeah.
Velma's trying to find her mum. There's something going on with Shaggy's mum.
Yes.
And Fred's just fucked.
He has mommy issues.
It's just all her mummy
He
issues.
missed his mum in prison. And episode 4 is like this weird therapy arc where like Shaggy gets magical powers to being a therapist.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. Shaggy's so fucking annoying.
Yes,
He's
I
like,
agree.
He's not the worst character because everyone's the worst character, but he's pretty fucking bad.
He's kind of supposed to be the straight man, but he's also
He's not. He's
like,
spent
he's
the
the
entire
most-
time. He's really creepy towards Velma and Daphne,
but
dude.
that's like the joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke.
Because they're also like trying to, empowering women, yada yada yada, and they did the whole thing about what is actually empowering women?
The same like they kind of go, would like they address things like, why are we taking self-defense classes when like men should be taught like not to assault women, which is like a fair thing, but then they still do this big fucking fight arc between. Like I low-key think, I don't know if the writer, I'm pretty sure the writer for this is a dude, by the way. I highly doubt it's a woman because this
Did
does
they not
not
have
feel
any
like a
female
woman wrote
writers in
it.
it? Maybe, yeah.
Because every moment of female empowerment in this entire show, and I brought this criticism in the first 2 episodes, and it is much stronger in these next ones. It's like a lot worse. Is to be a strong woman, you have to bring other women down. That's kind of like the point of the show.
But they try to address that with the hot girls, right? Also, if you remember.
Yeah, the Uggo arc,
Yeah.
which is just like,
So like,
yeah. Sorry,
well, they're saying like, at the end, Velma learns not to bring other women down, but like before that, they just make it a joke.
yeah.
But like, kind of bad.
Because the fact that they were all fighting in the arena
Yeah.
kind of overshadowed the fucking
The
if they were
message,
trying to make
yeah.
a message. But I'm pretty fucking sure this. I kind of need to double check. But like, is the show written by a woman?
Developed by Charlie Grandy, but like the person who voices Velma is a girl, and she's also
that's Mindy
like,
Kaling, but she did write the show.
she apparently she was one of the writers apparently. Well,
Oh. Well, if it's just one guy
To be
writing
honest,
the
I'm
show,
going off of
then the whole show's very
Wikipedia.
fucked. It's like,
I'll look on
what's he
IMDb
doing?
because that's the
Yeah.
most accurate.
but Mindy apparently is part of the producing team.
I bet she produced it. I don't think she wrote this one because she usually does write better than this.
I mean,
And
I
like
bet
when I
she
looked at the
greenlit
credits of
this
the
one.
actual episode, it doesn't say she wrote it.
Well,
Because she wrote Never Have I Ever. That's
She must have greenlit the episode, so I mean, she approves, I suppose.
studio that greenlight stuff.
Producer.
Well, the producer's the one who, like kind of like goes, I have this idea. I'm going to assemble a director, a writer, and all of that to do this stuff. And they finance it essentially.
But when they have a say, it'd be like, this episode's kind of shit.
Who's Charlie Grandy?
Or like, this is a good one. Get it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a dude. The dude
Yeah.
who wrote the show is it's a dude. And I feel like
Charlie's
you
the
can
main guy.
absolutely tell this isn't written by a woman because this is no fucking
Bad.
way. This is like such dude imagines what
How
women,
it is to be women.
Yeah.
Mansplaining.
I feel like, in fact, I
Not
don't
that we
think,
know how it feels
I
to
don't
be
think
women,
anyone's
but
actually been drawing attention to this point. I haven't seen a single article talk about how this show is actually written by a dude.
Yeah,
Because I feel like that's
weird.
actually a decent point of like.
I think people will be more angry about that usually.
Yeah. So like exclusive unholy trinity outrage here.
Let's go.
Why the fuck is
First
this
on the
written by a
script.
fucking dude?
And why is his stuff being greenlit? Because it's pretty shit.
Yeah. I feel like it's just a bunch of people, like whoever like the fucking studio people are, probably are also a bunch of dudes who are just really out of
But that's
touch
another
with
joke
women.
in the thing on how like the sheriff and the mayor guys like the joke was like they're the like the typical dudes trying to figure out what makes the hot girls killable, right?
Yeah.
So that's like not a direct thing, but that's a reflection on the show itself.
Yeah.
On how this writer dude is trying to figure out how women work.
You really do be.
And how those characters in the show, they're trying to figure out how women work as well.
Yeah.
But,
Booga booga
but
women.
through the lens of
Look at
very
these lads.
hot. Of, oh, you're hot, so you're killable, yeah?
Yeah, like the show, it's not empowering to women at all. In my opinion, but I don't have authority on that. That's just like
none of us.
because like none of us do. But I highly doubt. I mean, I got Sunday to watch this and give her thoughts, and she didn't like it. So
Mm.
that's one person. Yeah, I don't know. This is just not very good.
Very.
Also, you realize Glenn Howerton voices fucking Fred?
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Because I
Shout
was
out
watching
to
it, and
Glenn.
then Lachlan was like, "You know who voices Fred?" And I was like, well, "Hold on, let me think about the voice." Oh shit, that's Glenn Howerton. I was like, yeah.
Freddy. There's a funny bit with Freddy in the book. I thought that was kind of.
Freddy in the book.
You know how Velma gives Freddy a book? And he's
yeah.
like, suddenly, oh my god, my eyes are open.
That was kind of funny.
The only funny thing in the show.
Well, there's
But it
sort
wasn't
of,
like it's more like strange funny. It's not
like
like
amusing.
it's not like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh okay.
There's sort of
Okay.
like ironic funny in the show. Like, this is kind of bad.
Yeah.
It's funny.
There's also
It's
just
funny
like
'cause it's
bad,
bad.
And there's
I mean,
bad.
this entire
There's
show
more
is funny 'cause
bad
it's
than
bad.
ironically. It's not.
Yeah.
This movie, I don't think this
It's more
falls
bad.
into so bad it's good. I think it's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
There are just moments where they take it so far that you're kind of just like, I kind of want to see this.
I feel
It's
like the
just
people,
stupid.
the idea, oh my god, I can't even talk. The people behind the show is like, let's make a show that is so utterly trash that people will watch it.
Kind of worked though. Like, people are hate watching.
And because it's on a streaming service, it's not like people can just watch it whenever, so we're gonna get views, right?
Yes. See, that's why I don't subscribe. I obtain these episodes through undisclosed means instead.
I just watched it on binge.
Because I don't want to support the show.
Well, no, binge is Australian.
Yeah, but wouldn't they have to license it?
They have the HBO license, like because like
But they're getting money.
That's why I get Last of Us when
Yeah.
it drops, and
So
they do
technically,
like
like, they're still getting money
through.
through the license, and the license is paid by your subscription.
I mean, I guess do they get money on top of the money? Like, I guess
I don't even know.
Binge is
there's
paid to
also-
HBO, right? And
binge
HBO
is an
pays-
HBO.
What's
Binge
the
is like a slight thing of Foxtel or something.
what's the Velma show on?
HBO, it's American.
So I mean, Binge
We just
would
get
have.
it distributed through
Oh yeah,
Binge. Same as like we get like a bunch of things through Disney Plus that we wouldn't get.
yeah.
We get like Fox stuff,
Well, that means Binge
which
pays.
is weird because Fox stuff should be on. I don't really get how it works.
Why
I
are
don't
you
think
talking
Binge is
about this?
complete
Because this is
Foxtel
kinda-
anymore because Fox goes through Disney Plus because Fox is Disney.
Yes, but they still have Binge.
But yeah.
Mm.
Oh no, HBO is
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah,
I
because
think.
Scooby Doo's Warner.
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
Warner.
And like DC and stuff obviously is Warner
Yes.
Brothers, so yeah.
I mean,
It's fucking confusing.
I mean,
Preview, am I right?
the point was like, by you watching it on a streaming service, you're technically still giving money to them, as in the creators of the show.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with like the
Indirectly,
animators being
but-
paid and shit.
Yeah, sure, they can get paid.
Yeah.
But
And like the voice
I don't want to
actors.
pay them.
But yeah. I was gonna say something.
The
Was
animators
bad.
would be paid up front anyway.
I guess so. Yeah,
So
Film was bad. End of story.
yeah, pretty bad. We'll keep
What else is
probably
there?
watching.
yeah, I'll continue watching. See how bad it goes.
I'll check. I think.
Oh,
That's
there's a
really-
plot point with Shaggy and what's his Daphne about the cave. Remember? Do you remember the cave?
Yeah, that was. I didn't really care about that. I thought it was kind of boring. That was like
Yeah, it was-
everyone has something to do with their mum in this.
Yeah, that's the mum
episode
bit. Yeah, Shaggy's being annoying.
Shaggy's mom's in an asylum or something. I realize I'm spoiling the show. I
Yeah,
was going to say
it's-
spoiler.
spoilers,
But, like,
I'll
you
put
don't
it
give a
in.
shit.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit. I know you don't.
I'll put a spoiler zone. Yeah, I guess Shaggy's mum is insane or something, but she's the principal somehow. Yeah,
Principle of what?
school.
She is?
Yeah. Remember when in the before the girl fight, there's the dad, right? The therapist dad and the principal. And then they said
Oh, I
hi.
didn't even notice, dude.
And then Shaggy's
Do
like,
you know
hi,
how
mom.
I consume
Hi,
Velma?
dad.
I put it on TV and I build a Lego set.
Ah, yes.
Do you think I actually sit down and watch the fucking thing? No. Or I can't.
yes.
Like,
But yeah, so like they said hi to the kids and they're like, no. But Shaggy said, hi, mom, hi, dad.
Uh.
To their mother. And you know how the principal or like the mom, or I noticed like she keeps staring at Shaggy for some reason. So I'm like, or there's like shots of that happening. So
no, I wasn't paying that much
Yeah.
attention, but I guess we'll comment on that.
that
I think, yeah.
happened. Yeah, she's insane, I guess.
The other thing I watched this week was I haven't finished the entire season, but I've been watching Koala Man,
Mhm.
which is a lot better than Velma. It's Michael Cusack, Koala Man. I think Koala Man's from his YouTube channel, if I remember correctly.
Yes. The
It
original,
features certain
yeah.
cameos from a couple of classic characters of his. Certain from maybe a certain animation you might be familiar with called Siggy Butt Brain.
Oh yeah, bruh.
Yeah, maybe they make an appearance in each episode.
Fucking what's their name? Damo and
Yeah,
what's the other dude?
like Daryl or something.
Oh, Daryl. Damo.
Yeah, they're in it. It's very Australian, which is kind of nice.
He's representing
It seems like
Aussie
it's not. I
battlers.
wouldn't actually say it's a superhero show because dude has no powers or anything. It's more just like a joke.
Mm.
But
Yes.
it's more just like Australian family sitcom with like other stuff going on. There was a great joke
Suburban
about
comedy.
the Queen that I loved in one of the episodes, where like they kind of go, "Oh, the Queen's coming," but it's not who you think it is, and they do a clever thing with that.
Mm.
Friendly Geordies is in it, doing a voiceover in one of the episodes. Hugh Jackman is in it.
Yo,
Hugo Weaving's in
Huey.
it, I think.
Damn.
You gotta got like it's actually got like a pretty big cast of Australian funny people, honestly.
Mm.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
if
should watch
you're,
that.
you're into Australian,
Yeah. Or if you are in Australia.
or if you are an Australian, it's streaming on Disney Plus and I think Hulu in America.
Mm.
Check it out.
Spend your Australia Day doing that instead of
Support Aussie
yeah.
creators.
I was actually thinking for Australia Day, I would have sort of watched an Australian horror movie. Dude.
Oh,
Yeah. Fair enough.
you don't support the American capitalist system. Support the Aussie
Capitalist.
capitalist system.
Just why Dio has Stan.
Yes, that's why I do not have.
Stand. But we do not, apparently.
All right, we'll get into our next big review. Sorry, what's the time?
122.
How long do you think we would go for this?
We go for an hour.
Oh, actually making good time. Okay. All right, well, we'll get into our thing for The Last of Us Episode 1. Full spoilers because the game's already been out for
Yeah,
years.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right,
Spoiler
full
zone.
spoilers. Maybe we just first impressions, not spoilers. We could just say
Okay.
if it's good or not.
Oh yes, Last of Us TV show. It was on HBO.
Oh, it was on Binge in Australia.
All right. Yes. Yeah, based on the
Which is
original
funny 'cause
game
you got
story.
like the best fucking show
Oh,
And
And then you've got the
Velma.
worst fucking show coming out at the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Based on the original game story, and so far it's been pretty good. They're adapting it pretty accurately. I guess it's just the game story without the gameplay, I guess, but it's a pretty good story. I quite like all the actors in it. They did well. Overall, I'm pretty pleased.
Yeah, the game works well to adapt into this format.
Personally, at least with the first episode, I kind of liked it more than the game. Like,
Mm.
because they have more
Mm.
time to flesh out certain characters so you care more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
And that's enough of the non-spoiler stuff, so I'll just be very specific. The main thing that probably happened this episode was you get Joel's daughter's death stuff. I thought that was handled so much better in the movie than it was in the game.
Yes.
Like, the game was still like pretty sad, but this time it was
It's
like
more fleshed out.
you
'cause we
find
get
out
a
more
bit of
about
more,
her and stuff
yeah.
like that. It's cool. This is like pretty much an almost perfect adaptation, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how the news is like somehow the show creators they don't like games or something?
The show creator is the game creator. It's Neil Druckmann.
Or was it the right? But there's this thing on Twitter for a while. They're like, oh, people who make this show, they don't like the game. Or something.
I think you might be thinking of The Witcher because
The
that's
Witcher?
one of the really big, we'll say, scandals with that
Oh, yeah.
show was that they were like, oh, we don't like the game. And then Henry Cavill wanted to apparently
Oh,
do
yeah.
more of the games, so Henry Cavill left or whatever.
Oh, that
Apparently
was
the
just like funny quote. I don't know if it's real.
I don't think this is The Last of Us.
But it was like one of the dudes, writers of the show or something. They're like, oh, gaming has evolved so far from. He made a comparison of like, it went from Mario jumping on the Goombas
Yeah, sure.
and now to Last of Us.
That's fair to say.
But as in like, as a direct jump
Mm.
for some reason. I don't remember the exact quote, but it
Would
was
you rather
that
you
was
said
the
it went
sentiment.
from Pong to
Yeah, from Pong.
to Marvel's Avengers
Yes.
2020?
So good. But I guess that's
Yeah. I freaking loved it.
besides the show.
It was very good. Trying to think of my gripes with this. My main gripe is, well, it's kind of like a personal thing, but I've played the game, so like I know everything that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like-
Mm.
I know what's gonna happen.
And I've been really thinking about why is it that like it's weird for game adaptations of so film adaptations of games compared to like a book adaptation. And I'm like, it's really about the visual medium, right? It's like
Yes.
if you've already seen these visuals in cutscenes and like you got this dialogue and stuff, it's not a huge jump. Whereas like from a book, it's like, oh, you're getting a whole basically new way to view everything.
Yeah, because from
So
a
like
book,
a lot of this
you're,
is even shot for shot the game.
yeah, because the
Yeah.
game itself is already pretty cinematic in its cutscene.
Yeah.
But from a book, you're imagining things.
Then
so-
again, they do flesh out a lot more stuff in this.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs with the game are like crazy. They've got a lot of high attention to detail. The sets look fantastic. It's all high production quality and all of that.
Mhm.
It's just, I feel like it lacks a little bit for me because I'm just like, I still don't really feel that's justified, which I feel like I'm probably going to get hate for from that one dude who said I had good points, and this
Now
is
he's-
probably
now
my
he's going
worst
downhill.
take, but like, I still just don't feel like it's super justified
To make the show. Like,
to make the show.
Mm.
I feel like the most interesting thing is going to be season 2 because of the fact that Last of Us 2 has such varying opinions on that one.
Yeah.
Like, that could maybe require some change. Also, I think the most interesting thing from season 1 would be, assumingly they're going to adapt the DLC about Ellie's childhood.
oh, haven't seen that one.
Because I think they showed a bit in the trailer with to do with like them going to like a carousel or something, her and her friend when she was younger.
Maybe they're gonna like
So they might
intertwine that.
intertwine it. That might be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
This, and I think this definitely 100% has more potential to get more emotional than the game, just because,
More time to flesh out narratives.
and just because the way games structured, it's like you broke it up by like cutscenes and all that. Yeah, I feel like legitimately playing a game isn't like I never feel that emotional about a game when I'm like playing it, but like the cutscenes might be more emotional. You know what I mean? I don't know how to
Yeah, but the
explain
good
it.
thing about Last of Us gameplay is like while you're walking around and doing shit, like Ellie and Joel talk to each other a lot, and that kind of gives me when I'm
Yeah.
playing it.
yeah.
There's good like interaction characters that fleshed out both of them, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
really
Naughty
that's true.
Dog does that really well.
even in I guess Uncharted
Yeah.
they do.
I think 4 and Uncharted. Yeah. Also, do you ever notice that kind of phenomenon of like video game adaptations and you're like, because part of the video game character isn't just the character itself, it's also you because
Mhm.
you played it. So there's a certain level of self-insert
Yes.
into the character. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing that you can't really capture that obviously in an adaptation for a movie. I'm just trying. Honestly, what I'm trying to describe is my one kind of gripe with it,
Yeah.
but I can't really explain it beyond the point of like
It's the experiences,
it's kind of the game.
but like removing the game element, game you get.
Yeah, and then in that aspect, I kind of like it more, but also like it's never going to shock me. I'm never going to be surprised. I'm kind of like, because like even when you read a book, it's like you'll still be surprised because it's just like a different medium, but this is like kind of close, especially if they're doing it shot for shot.
Yeah. Yes. Books. Description thing. Instead of showing.
So acting,
Yes.
I really like Mr. What's his Jolie.
oh,
and
Pedro
his-
Pascal,
Mr.
yeah,
Pedro.
yeah, he's really good in this.
He really
Yeah.
captures the Joelness.
I think everyone plays their characters pretty well. You got Tommy and Tess.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love Tommy,
Mm.
great guy. I think Joel's daughter was better in this than in the game,
Really?
but
Maybe. I haven't seen enough, I feel.
I feel. Have you played the game for a while?
Play like 3/4 of the game back in.
Oh, so you don't know how it ends.
I know it ends, but I didn't finish
okay.
the game.
Because Joel's daughter doesn't really get much to do in the game.
Oh, you don't. I thought you meant Ellie.
I was Joel's daughter. I think it's better
Yeah.
in this show than the game. Ellie's an interesting case. I think she's not like there yet,
Yeah.
but I feel like I have faith that she will
Mm.
grow into the character we know. And like, she's not off to a bad start. She stabbed a dude in the leg.
Yeah.
She's played around with those knives. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
And the actress does a good job. Bella Ramsey, I believe her name is.
The main characters.
The writing in this one pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is there to
Once
say
again-
about this film's writing that isn't same to be said about the game, for example?
Just a lot more time to flesh out characters, and I think that
Yeah.
has a like as with Joel's daughter, it has a huge impact. I think.
Yeah.
Because like, I actually felt something. Well, I felt something in the game, but like, it was like a lot sadder in the TV show, in my opinion.
Because you're given
Because
more
you don't
time
really
with
know
them.
the daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
And you also, you just get everyone a lot more before the pandemic. It actually the start of it reminded me a lot of Fear of the Walking Dead. If you have seen that show,
Mm.
which is like the Walking Dead prequel, where they kind of do like everyone before the thing, and then
Right.
stuff starts going off. Have you heard the bread thing?
Bread.
So there is like an insane level of detail with, I don't know if you remember, but they talk about the something going wrong in Jakarta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Indonesia
'cause-
reference.
You'll have
God.
something to do with bread or grain or something distribution there.
There's a little rice.
Something to do with
There's a big grain mill somewhere in Jakarta.
yeah. So like we get a lot of imports of bread or something from Jakarta or something. So then characters in the episode would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna make some pancakes. Oh wait, we're out of bread. Not bread. We're out of like flour."
Yeah.
Or like, "Oh, I was gonna get a birthday cake, but I forgot." And then you realize, and then you see characters eating cookies, and then they become infected. I don't know if you
Right.
noticed that, but
Wait,
that's,
so the fungus in flour
that's kind of the idea, yeah.
that was transmitted.
It
Oh,
would
no.
have been, but like the
Yeah.
origin, I guess, of how it got like overseas and stuff would be.
Yo, Jakarta started it all. Represent. Yeah.
Oh, I really like that interview they did at the start. That was also very nice.
Yeah.
The like 60s type or something.
Oh yeah.
Where they talk about the fungus. Because like, yeah, if our audience know that like it is a real thing. Like obviously not to the extent that it would affect a human, but like it affects like bugs and shit. But like, yeah.
Well, the story was like because the Earth is getting hotter, the fungi evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fungi thing is in real life. They're like, yeah, it's a cool thing.
So what if it?
This is just a what if episode.
Um,
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna go
Oh my
back
God.
to Jakarta
I also
and
thought
infect
this
the grain mill.
Man's about to
True,
commit
true.
genocide.
it'll be a bloody mushroom.
Boomba.
Boom.
But,
Oh, fuck. Boom.
I thought what was I saying? No, I forgot. Oh, the pacing of the episode I thought was really good for a TV adaptation. Like I thought it fit like it is much longer than I thought it would be. It's an hour. It's like a Sherlock episode, dude. It's an hour and 20 minutes.
It is.
It's also that reminds me, I need to watch a couple of TV shows from that creator of Sherlock because he's put out a few. He has a show with David Tennant.
Uh-huh.
It's also like 3 episodes longer.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah. So it's a long ass episode, but like I did not feel the runtime at all.
No.
Yeah.
I thought the pacing was great.
Yeah.
I love where it ended. So that was a great cliffhanger. I obviously I knew that was coming. Like, yeah, but like I imagine for people, I feel like this showed it walks an interesting line between it has a lot of hidden details for people who've actually played the game.
Yeah.
And then just the entire thing is like completely for people who haven't played the game as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like you do not need any context for the game to play this because it is the game.
They actually created more
They
context.
actually give you
with the
more
thing.
context, exactly. Yeah, I think that was a great job of the writing department. Honestly, all the dialogue's good, everything. I have no problem with this. Yeah.
Yeah. Quite like.
Yes, sir.
Cinematography,
Sick.
yeah. It's like
I
pretty
wish to see
handheld
in
the
the
whole
future.
time.
Like my favorite scenes in the game was like the greenery in how it took over the city
You ever see
landscape.
that giraffe?
Yeah, the giraffe
Yeah.
bits.
They give you a little hint about what the scene's going to look like at the end when they flash lightning and then you can see the big power thing. I was like, that is very cool. Also,
Right.
this is like the most expensive TV show ever made, by the way. Each episode, I think, has a budget of $10 million. It's
It looked good.
because that HBO money.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
it's even more expensive than Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
The Game of Thrones obviously looks fucking amazing, but yeah. Also,
That's
this is the
saying
second
something.
highest TV premiere of all time after House of the Dragon for HBO, I think. Which I assume would be the biggest of all time anyway, because I think House of the Dragon would.
What if Velma was?
Oh, do you know they were advertising it had the biggest premiere of an HBO animation thing in history? Bear in mind, that was the week they cancelled all of the animated stuff. Like, so it was like kind of a deceptive thing, but like that's beside the point. I digress. Um, editing and visuals is pretty good.
Yep.
Didn't notice anything funky. I think everything was pretty good.
The
Look look nice.
zombie people.
Yep.
Could clearly tell us had a really high budget. Can't wait to see like more of the city in next tomorrow's episode
Yeah.
as of recording. But yeah. And the sound and stuff is pretty spot on, eh?
Yep.
Mhm.
The intro music was great. Very.
What's with HBO and just reusing the Game of Thrones intro for
Yeah.
everything, bro? No, not the music is
Yeah.
completely The Last of Us from the game,
Yes.
but the visuals and stuff, it's House of the Dragon, it's Westworld, it's bloody, it's they all do the exact same thing.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Consistency.
Also, every time the HBO logo comes up, I keep expecting it to go. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's safe to say we loved it, right?
Yeah.
Shall we give some final verdicts? With Dia?
Alright. Well, I have no grasp with this episode, really. And I quite liked it, so I'm gonna give it a perfect 10 out of 10 on that one.
Whoa! I've never heard him
Okay,
give a
no.
10, I swear.
It's like, it was good.
Yeah.
Real good.
I think I'm going to give it a 9, so that has room to. More episodes might be
Yeah.
higher than.
I was actually thinking the same as Sunny because I was like, I still want to see what it.
How it goes.
But like, I can't really give much to improve because, like I said, my only gripe for the show is it's got to be a personal thing. It's just that I've played the game before, so it's never really
Yeah.
going to shock me. But it kind of did shock me in the way that it gives you more stuff,
Mm.
and I really like that.
I guess I'm just waiting for like the wow, like the real like if there's going to be an episode that really hits
Alright.
deep. You know what I'm
Guys,
saying?
what do I do here? Do I give it a 9 or a 10?
Mm. You
No,
could settle for
no.
the middle. I actually
Should I do a
you can
9.5 and just make the average 9.5 anyway?
up
It's
to
a
you,
nice
buddy.
number.
It'll be I'll say 9.5 and it'll be a 9.5 for everyone.
I'm
Alrighty.
excited for The Last of Us.
A pretty, really good premiere for a show. Hopefully they'll
Fantastic.
keep it up.
Yeah.
And not disappoint.
Velma.
Velma just keeps getting better and better.
Better and better, dude.
Better and better.
Were the latest 2 Velma episodes worse than the previous 2? I wasn't sure. They were?
I think they are.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Now it's time for our usual speed news segment.
Well, at 1.5 hours, anyways.
Yep. Here we go. All right. Avatar 2. It's now the 6th highest grossing movie, overtaking Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh,
Very impressive. Great job, James Cameron.
Jamesy Cameron.
We got a trailer. Well, it was more of a release date announcement for Invincible Season 2,
Yes.
Mm.
and that was very funny.
Yes.
Late 2023. I feel like I kind of completely forgot about Invincible existing until that.
But it was
But,
a good show.
It was
So
a good show. Good show. Did we all watched it?
I have not.
We reviewed quite a few.
Because we reviewed quite a few, yeah. We got Mandalorian Season 3, which we've obviously all seen.
Yes.
Mandalorian Season 1, 2, and 2.5.
Yes.
Being Boba Fett.
Puppy.
Very hyped for this one.
Boba Fett.
Once again, showing that Disney Plus only gives the high budgets to Star Wars shows and not Marvel shows.
Mm.
Mhm.
Because it looked pretty fucking good.
Great.
More Mandalore stuff. Like,
Yep.
You are no longer Mandalorians. Except you are.
I can't remember where. Did Grogu end up back with Mando at the end of Boba Fett? Sorry. Did Grogu end up back with Mando at the end of Boba Fett, or was like was Grogu getting ready to leave when he was?
I think wasn't Boba Fett in between the Luke Skywalker bit, and that was it was not.
It's all chronological.
But I feel like in the last Mandalorian season, Grogu already left with the Mando.
Yeah,
I
so I was
remember.
like, did he leave with the Mando at the end?
I feel like he did,
Yeah.
but in Boba Fett, he wasn't there. Was
What?
he there? Grogu.
No, I'm talking about like Grogu in Boba Fett. Like, you know how in Mandalorian season 2 he goes off with Luke at the end?
Yeah, and then Luke was like, Grogu, you don't want to go with me. He's like,
That was
yeah.
in Boba Fett.
Was that Boba Fett?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Oh.
are they
Right.
reunited again, or is he just made the decision to leave?
They were
remember.
reunited.
They were
Okay,
reunited.
yeah.
With the Mando's new ship, and then there was a special Grogu compartment, and he appeared.
Oh, true.
That was how. That
That's
was
what
the
we see in the
reveal.
trailer.
Grogu compartment.
For all your anime fans out there, Attack on Titan is getting the
Whoa.
final season, part 3, split into 2 parts.
Kawaii desu ne.
I don't watch that show, obviously, but I'm interested.
Suck.
It seems like they're just pulling a Walking Dead where they're just dragging it out. But I don't know.
They're trying to make it as epic as.
Are they? Is it? In my cynical view, I feel like it's probably a money thing, like how they split like
Yeah.
Harry Potter into 2 movies, or like they do that, like they're doing one of those. You could say maybe it's to give more time for the animators or whatever.
Mm.
But like, come on, surely it's also about the money, right?
Yes, it's I think it's. It used to be the number 1 series until Demon Slayer
baby.
came out. So it's still pretty big. It's really big. Big series. Japan and international. So yeah, it's probably the money. But regarding Attack on Titan, I only watched like 3 episodes, then I never continued.
I
But it was good,
watched, I
though.
watched like 2 seasons, dude. I actually
you
got
did,
further
yeah.
than you did, but yeah.
But I liked those 3 episodes I watched. I just didn't.
I thought it was decent, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a playthrough of the Attack on Titan game.
I played the start of the Attack on Titan game, and it was okay.
So
Speaking of video games, we
Yes.
got a leak for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Hey.
We got a battle path
Oh.
screenshot of, and apparently 6 currencies. Surely, they're not doing the live service, right? They can't.
What?
I'll explain
Wait.
why. We just had the Marvel's Avengers announcement, but we'll get more into that. Surely they've learned from that game.
yeah.
Also, we all really want a single player game with this one.
Hmm.
Because it's a fucking it's not like another company. It's the Batman Arkham Rocksteady company. So it's like, bruh.
The real question is, Babaji or Fortnite?
Babaji.
Correct answer.
Xbox Series X.
A PlayStation.
Five.
Cool.
Logitech.
Also, I think Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is only coming to next gen, right?
No.
I don't think it's coming to. I can't remember when it's coming out. Oh, do you remember when Gotham Knights came out for next gen, and they were like, "Oh, we're not putting a 60 FPS patch in," and then everyone refunded their fucking game.
Very sad.
Damn, bro.
We got our official. This is actually a thing that relates to us slightly. Do you remember when we watched the movie Without Remorse a couple years ago? And then the post-credit scene was Rainbow Six.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a director for the
Oh.
Rainbow Six movie,
Mm.
and it's the director of John Wick.
Oh.
Rainbows.
So
Rainbow
could
Wick.
be interesting. Could be nice.
No.
Without Remorse was okay from what I remember. Like an
was
average
okay.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have had a little bit of issue with it, actually. I don't remember exactly.
I don't think I found it like anywhere near as bad as critics, because I think critics panned it, but I don't think I
Yeah.
hated it as much. I just thought it was like a bit generic. But it did have like a cool shootout in a building.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Michael B. Jordan is cool. We got the trailer for Bel Air season 2, but I don't think any of us give a shit.
No.
I just watched the Instagram thing you said.
Same.
Yeah. Moving right past that.
Boom.
We got the trailer for Cobra Kai season 6. I didn't even know that we were that far. I think I'm on season 3, dude. But we also got the announcement that the show is ending, which, from what I know, it hasn't really had any bad seasons. So, like, it's good if they're ending on a high note.
You're the best around.
For real.
Nothing's gonna ever
Speaking of
keep
ending
you
on a
going.
high note, this didn't end on a high note. Marvel's Avengers, the game that I've played for ages and kind of, they put out a Winter Soldier DLC a few weeks ago. I played it. It was fucking ass. Sorry, but
So
talk
bad
amongst
you
yourself.
got talk amongst ourselves. Oh, low-key, there's news. I have news. Google Stadia shut down.
That was,
Didn't that happen a while
ages
back
ago.
again?
What?
That was
Yeah.
fun. We covered it.
Well, look, guess I
Late
fucking
news.
did. I saw a thing like 2 days ago,
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
that's very old, do you think?
and it also said Google Stadia like
That was in
Yeah.
2021.
that was 2 years ago.
the fuck am
One
I
year
thinking?
ago.
What the fuck? Like
2021.
I guess I
Oh,
can't
fuck,
read.
No,
I
2020.
just can't fucking read.
2022. Well, it might have actually even been. It's either 2021 or 2022.
I feel like it's
Let me see this fake news that's been presented
a
by
Baba
either
G.
this dumb well, it's a good YouTube channel, but I don't know. Is it me or is it?
Or is it just like it's finally like gone? Like it might have been like the announcement.
hold
like
on. The Google
2 years
Stadia
ago.
is officially
officially.
dead as of
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they announced it was
Shutting
they're
down.
shutting it down like ages ago.
Yeah, so they announced they shut it down, but it finally officially went dead.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they,
not dumb.
yeah. They announced it in October last year.
I'm
They
a
were
real
doing
boy.
it. Anyway, Avengers is shutting down in September. They're kind of doing a thing which, like, I'm interested to see takes on this one. Oh, also the funniest thing, their announcement was in a link that was broken, and then everyone was
Nice.
memeing that.
Nice.
But anyway, they're doing a thing which I'm kind of interested. I'm interested in your opinions as well. I know you guys haven't put any money into this. Neither have I. Other than buying the game. But they're putting every single item you can pay for. They're making it free for everyone.
Hmm.
So, like, genuinely, Loki, if you guys want to get the game, it's probably going to be dirt cheap for one. And you'll have access to every cosmetic. We could just have we could just play a few co-op rounds together before servers like shut down. Because they're
How
not
old
shutting,
is this
they're
game?
not shutting down servers.
Like, okay.
It's 2 years old.
They're already shutting down
2020.
I don't think I'll have the
because of
hardware for it.
low player numbers.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, it could be a fun game to play as the Unholy Trinity.
Yeah.
You could even get the
Definitely.
game. We could go to a gaming cafe and play it.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, I don't know if it's cross. I think it's cross-platform. Fairly certain it is. Anyhow, sorry. What I was
Anyhow.
getting at was, what are your takes on the fact that they're making the marketplace completely free, but people would have sunk thousands of dollars, maybe like sunk a lot
100.
of money into.
Oh, that's their loss.
Like,
That's a
it's
no,
kinda
but I
unfair
wouldn't
for
know.
them, but like also
Their
doesn't
loss.
affect me.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Doesn't-
They're,
I don't know.
They're also doing the thing of like if you have currency that you paid for in your account, they're being converted into resources. They have like a tier list conversion chart thing.
so why you don't spend money on fake money, people? That's my motto.
And I do think, like, to their credit, I do think giving away their entire cosmetic library for free is quite a bigger deal than, like, some people are like, oh, well, it's like the least they could do, right? But like, it is kind of like I don't think I know any other live service that would do that.
I don't know.
Like, imagine, like, what's a live service? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, because Call of Duty obviously ends every year.
Hmm.
Imagine if they're like, every cosmetic's free now. There's no fucking way they would do that. Imagine if Overwatch 1, after Overwatch 2 came out, they were just like, every cosmetic's free. You know, like that sort of thing. That wouldn't happen.
Wait, did Overwatch
Even
1
Assassin's
shut
Creed
down?
doesn't do that.
No, Overwatch 1
still up.
doesn't exist now because
Yeah.
Overwatch 2
Oh.
took over Overwatch 1.
Okay. But the old games
Imagine
no more.
if all of those cosmetics were ported over into the new one. Like,
I know.
but like, no company's gonna really do it. So like, I think like credit where credit's due. Like that is kind of it doesn't cost them anything to do that, but like it feels like something that most companies would think of doing. Like kind
Because
of.
they still want you to buy it. even when it's going down.
Well,
No?
no, it's a reward for people who already have the game. Well, like you can
Yes,
buy the game.
but, like,
It's
you
for
can still
whoever
buy
buys the
it,
game.
yeah.
I think before September or whatever. Like I don't know, but yeah.
Mm.
But like the game's like free for most people because most people have Xbox Game Pass or
Yeah.
PlayStation. So I bought the game, but I also have it for free. But I might actually play it more once the cosmetic thing come out because that'll be a little bit of fun, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a journey. They put out one expansion. They could put out like a bunch of like DLCs where it's like, here's your character, and here's a bunch of like, here's a mission chain, which is like, it's like do a bunch of objectives, you get their second skin or whatever. But they put out one like expansion that was like Wakanda.
Mm.
And they're like, this is our first expansion with more to come. They never made another one in 2 years.
Very good.
Damn, bro. Sadness.
And they ended with fucking Winter Soldier, who was just felt like such a shit character to use because it was just like third person shooter, but like not very good.
No.
Yeah.
That's why you should play a Baba G instead.
We got a bunch of looks at a bunch of Netflix properties. We got Zack Snyder's new take on Star Wars. I think it's called Rebel Moon.
It's not a Star Wars series.
No, it's like, I think it started as like his sort of fan fiction of Star Wars, shit like that.
Mm.
But like, yeah. We got a look
Dune
at
3.
Jonah Hill's movie Extraction 2, which I'm very hyped for. Christopher Egg. Were there other ones of note, guys? Oh, Luther. The Luther movie. Fucking hype for that shit. Great show. Check it out. You guys should all check it out before the movie drops in Feb, I think. I'll probably end up rewatching it because that's a great show. Idris Elba's probably my favorite Idris Elba role of all time. So take that with what you will.
Yo.
In more Netflix news, Knives Out 3 is happening. That's Ryan Johnson's next movie. So it's not going to be he's not doing a Star Wars trilogy after all. I don't know if you remember that really old news after he made The Last Jedi. He was going to make a trilogy of movies, but I guess that's not happening. We got a trailer for Scream 6.
Yes.
That looked nice.
Yeah. Gino Taker.
He was sipping the entire time.
Shout out to my boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, you broke the chair this time.
The sunny.
Second chair,
Shout out
baby.
to our boy Ibrahim.
All right, I'll fix it after.
Don't
He
even bother
enjoys
fixing. I've been
his
sitting on a
amount
broken
of...
chair all this time.
Yeah. We broke Dio's heart too.
Yeah, shout out
We
to
broke
Ibrahim.
both parts of it.
Yeah.
He enjoys his share of Gino Taker.
In
Indeed.
a film.
Other news.
Yes.
We got more Avatar 3 news. Loak, the son of Jake Sully, is going to be the narrator of this new one, apparently.
Is Jake
Instead of
Sully
Jake.
gonna die?
I feel like he's going to die, but like, I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of death, apparently Alec Baldwin is facing manslaughter charges for like the whole shooting thing. Look, I'm not very well expertised in this area because I haven't examined the evidence thoroughly, but I don't think it's going to stick because it seems like it isn't. It would. I don't really see in a way that it would be the actor's fault at all, unless they're being reckless. The armorer or whatever, the people who should have checked the gun or whatever, like totally manslaughter, like because I don't think they would have done it intentionally. It would have been like
Negligence.
Well, manslaughter, negligence,
I know.
different, but yeah.
Okay. Then okay, this is just.
But yeah, but I don't really see in a way that Alec Baldwin would have been charged. Will actually get charged with a manslaughter charge unless there's some evidence that I haven't seen yet to him like being purposely reckless, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, the way I understand manslaughter, at least for the Australian context, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like, it's not like accidental murder. It's like you are intentionally doing something reckless that is likely to result in someone's harm, but you kind of do it anyway, though you don't intend to injure anyone.
No clue. Wouldn't know.
Like drink driving or something like that. Like, you know, you are quite likely to hit someone and kill them, but you're not setting out to do that.
I remember a random thing.
Yeah.
Lachlan once said that Nelson once said something about the line between manslaughter and murder.
I think me and Nelson, I think Nelson changed his mind because I told him that, and then he was like, I think because we did legal science together, but that was a while ago. And I feel, because I remember manslaughter being not what we're taught on TV.
Okay.
Now that the law never really is.
Yes.
Well, I'm because there's definitely a lot more accountability in manslaughter than, it's not just an accident.
So it's not directly intending to murder, but whatever you're doing could be deadly.
Sorry, I have to clarify. Do not take any legal advice from me. This is trying to remember something from legal study. Yes. But yeah, I think the way I view it is you have the intent to do something that you know is reckless and could cause harm.
Yeah.
But it's not you're trying to do it to cause harm, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Which I think the best example is drink driving.
Because
I know that drink driving 100% gets you a manslaughter charge. Unless you're drink driving and you actually intended to murder somebody.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And I think negligence is something similar. Negligence is like, I feel, negligence wouldn't work with Alec Baldwin because he isn't like, he has no.
The one who's
you need to have a.
I was referring to the armorer, but yes.
Yeah, with the armorer, because they have a like contract of.
They're not supposed to be doing that anyways. I watched a Legal Eagle video and then
there's like the breach of. You have to prove the breach of. There's a term, but essentially it's like a. Not necessarily like a written contract. I mean, like there's like a theoretical contract of like
him
to make sure that the other person's safe. Mm-hmm. And if you breach, there's a fucking term that we specifically told. It's breach of something.
Sources to talk about this. We are not giving legal advice.
This is not legal advice. This is more just a bit of like trying to remember things.
Other people are more qualified to talk about this than us. But yeah.
But my point being, I don't think these charges will stick.
Yeah.
And unless there's something we don't know. There was some dumb comments Alec Baldwin was making about like I didn't pull the trigger or something, which was a fucking ridiculous PR thing, bro. Like, who the fuck is his PR team? They should have just be like, shut the fuck up, bro. Just sit back and be like, yeah, it was like not even his fault. Unless, I don't even know. Anyhow,
didn't he pull the trigger?
Yeah, he probably obviously fucking pulled the trigger, bro.
He's like, doing the gun.
I think it was really dumb because now it seems like he is hiding something.
Yeah.
If he says he didn't pull the trigger. Like, no shit, he fucking did. Like, guns don't just go off unless they're...
Well, okay. Technically, they can go off by themselves,
but
under the wrong situation.
Yeah.
So unless there's something you don't know. Anyways, we'll talk about this for a bit too long.
Also, I'm pretty sure the evidence showed that the trigger was pulled. I don't get why. It's just like... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of actors with sussy accusations, Jared Leto is apparently his Tron movie is going ahead. So Tron 3 is coming out at some point with Jared Leto.
Tron was cool.
How do you method act Tron?
Tron Legacy was the movie.
Go inside video game. He climbs inside his PlayStation.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy was cool. I watched it when I was a little boy. And then the dude with the motorcycle. He has a cool ass house by the river.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I thought that was awesome.
I want to be under the bridge.
Yeah, I want to live under the bridge. Oh, dude. I want to live under the bridge.
Yeah. I think Troll. Olivia Wilde's. No, she didn't direct it. She was in it though. I think. and a Daft Punk soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that the house is literally the most memorable bit for as a kid. I was like, yo, I really want to live under a bridge.
Does he also do some parkour and like on top of like some crates or some shit like that?
I know he's
He
supposed to
breaks
be
into a building.
badass.
Yeah. I think that was also like the peak of parkour days back then.
Yeah, true that.
Rumor has it that Warner Brothers are going to reboot the Harry Potter movies.
Oh yeah.
The classic Harry Potter movies originating in the 90s that they don't need a reboot.
Are they gonna hire
Why?
Mr. Who are they gonna cast?
I don't know. There's no fucking reason to do that.
Some bum ass kid.
Also, like, I'm from a purely financial point, it will do poorly because everyone hates J.K. Rowling right now.
Yeah.
The only like the Harry Potter movies came out like ages ago, so like they're classics and people
20 years.
hold them close. If they put out the same thing, but like just now, people are not gonna watch it. Like,
They gonna
Harry Potter's still insanely profitable. Don't get me wrong, but like it's already because of pre-established stuff. Like even like toys and shit, it's based on pre-established movies and stuff. Like, I don't think that making new ones is gonna do very well. But like, who could say? What am I, a financial predictor? What am I, the weatherman of finance?
The
like
weatherman. He's the weatherman.
like a modern, quirky interpretation of Harry Potter, and be like Velma.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm actually surprised there haven't been that many Harry Potter fucking like spin-off series.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Dursleys?
But apparently, like Warner Brothers, HBO want to like double down on Harry Potter. So, like, I assume within the next couple of years we could get like a TV show. Also, if there's a Harry Potter reboot, it's not going to be till like 2025.
Or in
The year of our
Generation
Lords,
Alpha.
2025 when BTS reunite.
New movies are for Generation.
For real, for real.
Wow, magic.
In other news, The Last of Us co-creator came out this week to be like, hey, I got no credit for the TV show. And then was like, we should unionize in the games industry or something. Cool.
They aren't.
I don't know enough about this situation to really make much of a comment, but if the case is simple, straightforward, it's like he didn't get the credit, just give him the fucking credit.
Yeah.
The thing with it is it's a streaming show, so you actually can go in and edit the show.
Oh yeah.
So there's no reason, unless there's some contractual thing that I don't know about, there's no reason not to give him credit.
Mhm.
You could just go in and edit it.
My thoughts. Be a manny, borrow a gun, ride on a horse, say,
Shoot
get
the
back
fucking-
to work.
Get back to work. Also, give me credit on this fucking TV show. In other news, the Netflix CEO stepped down, which, like, it was gonna happen.
Yeah, that's in it.
I don't know anything.
Netflix profits.
Yeah.
They lose
Tagging for
some
ages.
money.
This is in light of the recent password sharing crackdowns, which they're still gonna enforce. But like Netflix themselves have been like, I think we're gonna lose a lot of subscribers over this.
You think?
Which is like,
You think?
I don't know, the Netflix sharing thing, it's fucking dumb. I bet they're just gonna do what they do for Spotify, because you know how Spotify technically you can't share it with other people because you're
Yes.
meant to be at the same address. But with my Spotify, everyone just uses my old home address.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
So no one can cross check unless they really want to and tap into government info.
Location tracking.
Yeah.
Which like theoretically Netflix could. Which is
Yeah.
kind of, that's the one thing that kind of worries me. Like they might actually do that because you can't just like turn your Wi-Fi off or anything because
Yeah.
it's fucking streaming. Like that is actually a pretty plausible option.
Download
but-
everything at the set location.
But it also,
then
but it
walk
also
around
wouldn't
with
make any
downloaded
sense
music.
because you're meant to have like Netflix on your phone and stuff
Yeah.
like that to go around places.
Yeah.
with Netflix. Like it would also like not work.
This person has been residing in this place, in this location for ages.
They probably live here,
They probably do.
but it's actually just under the bridge because you're
Yeah.
hanging out there. under the bridge downtown.
If Spotify
Yeah,
ever does
to-
that,
that was
I'll
a Red
dock
Hot Chili
Spotify back.
Pepper.
How much would it cost to buy something under a bridge?
Probably
A
nothing.
bridge.
I
How-
don't think it costs anything.
but
Unless you
like,
want to construct something under the bridge. Then you
Well,
have to talk to the
yes.
council.
And
well,
then the council.
a bridge would be
tax
like
and all
council
that.
property, right?
Well, I gotta talk
So,
talk to that about the council next morning.
Actually, not if it depends. If it's like a little, literally like a little bridge, then it would probably be. But if it's like a
Oh,
big
like,
highway or something, it would
Yeah,
be
you know
state property.
there's like a restaurant in the Yarra, like under a bridge.
Yeah.
Like they have that. They live under.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
reminds me of the story of the guy who built his own toll road without permission, and then the local government was
It's
like,
literally getting money off people.
yeah. But then the
Oh.
local government was like, this is a good idea as a replacement road for this road that we are constructing, and you built a detour road.
And did they buy it off him?
I don't remember. I think
He's
but
some rich guy because like who can afford a road?
Is this in Australia?
this is in Britain. I watched the original Tom Scott video, which I watched this from. But I think at that point he still privately owned the road, but he wasn't in trouble from the government. The government told him to stop. I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
I mean, if he owned the
In
land
Australia-
where he built the road,
I
on,
don't remember
then
anything.
it's kind of
It
legal.
wasn't his land. I think
It
he just
is-
got permission from the
yeah.
farmers who owned the
Oh.
land.
In Australia, once again, relying on old legal studies knowledge, I think the government can buy it without consent.
Yeah.
They just have to give a
Awesome.
reasonable amount of compensation.
Yeah.
But yeah, this actually applies to all of us. Even if you have a house and the government wants the land your house is on,
Yeah,
you have to go.
but you can negotiate.
Yeah.
You have a.
Or like, I guess if it's not enough conversation, you just fucking sue them. But yeah, which is an interesting thing. Because we're in Australia, it counts like the Queen's land or some fucking shit like that.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, the Queen's fucking dead.
The King's
King's
land.
land.
King.
Kings.
All right, I think we need to wrap up this episode because
Yeah.
we've been going for a bit too
Mm.
long.
Almost 2 hours.
2 hours, lovely. Almost as long as Babylon.
Baby
Well, no, almost as long.
No,
That
no,
one was way
shit.
longer.
All right, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Unholy Trinity podcast. Thank you for that one nice comment on our Avatar Way of the Water review.
Yep.
If you have anything else, hit us up, unholythings@gmail.com, unholy.pod on Instagram. You can comment on Spotify, give us 5-star ratings on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts,
Oh, he slipped up.
all of that jazz.
Sad.
Sadness.
Today.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.